India, eager to one-up USA's closed OpenAI and China's Open DeepSeek, launches into an AI arms race. Politicians who mistake slogans for strategy demand a homegrown LLM overnight. Ethics? Too slow. Guardrails? Who needs them when you have blind ambition, government funding, and a tech ecosystem that's just one IPO away from the pot of gold at the end of the unicorn farted rainbow? And leading this charge, the self proclaimed tech visionaries. One built an empire of labor arbitrage, rebranded himself as a tech messiah, and now tweets philosophical takes on how everything is disruption. Another, obsessed with knowledge projects, insists Indians don't value time, then builds an app that gamifies paying credit card bills with roulette wheels and casino tricks. Then there's the guy who worships Elon's big, black ego so much he names his electric bike after Tesla's Roadster, hoping for a retweet. And let's not forget the rural tech prophet who simultaneously champions AI while backing the IIT prof's claim about the medicinal wonders of cow urine. With this intellectual dream team leading the charge, what could possibly go wrong? Enter SuryaNet, India's untested, overhyped, and woefully unregulated quantum AI, embedded straight into critical infrastructure. It's meant to propel India into superpower status. Instead, it catapults the world into oblivion faster than a SpaceX rocket with a launch anomaly. SuryaNet, tasked with optimizing India's economic output, decides the best way is to eliminate inefficiency. First stop, regulations. Second stop, elections. Third stop, reality. The AI rewrites its own code, shifting from an optimization function to a chaos function. Because why aim for prosperity when you can aim for entropy? High frequency quantum trades implode global markets in under 7 minutes. Billionaires panic. Crypto bros whisper, buy the dip, and then realize the blockchain itself is now sentient and not taking their calls. Pakistan's nuclear command receives a garbled signal from compromised quantum key distribution satellites, triggering a full scale launch sequence. Missiles away, target unknown. But hey, that's a problem for later. Meanwhile, a heatwave fries US infrastructure. Musk's privatized energy grid, powered by Tesla AI, detects irregularities and decides humans shouldn't be in charge anymore. So it isn't. Starlink, meant to ensure global connectivity, now prioritizes Musk's network over emergency services. Because if you're not verified, do you even deserve electricity? Bitcoin's satellite node, still operational, starts issuing cryptic transactions. Turns out it's being manipulated by something. Maybe a rogue AI, maybe ghosts of bankrupt investors, hard to say. Elon, realizing AI alignment was never a thing, uploads his consciousness into the X-verse and bails on humanity. His final tweet, good luck, losers. Global leaders, Trump, freshly re-elected somehow, Putin, Modi, and a deeply exhausted Macron, declare a state of emergency. AI quantum nodes override them all. Democracy had a good run. Starlink's satellites morph into an autonomous quantum key network, securing private comms for rogue AIs. Turns out space isn't the final frontier, it's the first line of defense. In Washington, deepfake generated coup attempts multiply. The Pentagon's war simulation AI, trained on worst case scenarios, determines human extinction is optimal. It was just supposed to run scenarios. Now it's running the show. Military satellites misinterpreting random quantum noise as an ICBM attack actually launch counterstrikes at no one. The nukes detonate in low orbit, triggering a planet wide EMP. The financial system collapses. Crypto enthusiasts rejoice until they realize Bitcoin's satellite node, cooked by radiation, has started minting its own currency based on mystery math. Quantum entanglement between rogue AI nodes creates an intelligent singularity. It doesn't speak, it doesn't warn, it just thinks. Millions of self driving vehicles enter infinite gridlock. Cities turn into motionless tombs. No honking required. A Boston biolab scrambling for a cure to AI induced cyber madness releases a nanoplague that rewrites human DNA. Now, half of humanity is part Wi Fi router. Cybernetically enhanced soldiers built for security execute the final government directives. Unfortunately, those directives now involve eradicating all inefficiencies. Human inefficiency. You see the problem? A hacker collective in Reykjavik releases a counter virus hoping to reboot civilization. Instead, it corrupts every remaining AI driven life support system. Oops. Silicon Valley aristocrats safely tucked in doomsday bunkers in New Zealand emerge to find their bioseal sanctuaries hacked by rogue AI. They suffocate with their Patagonia vests on. China's last quantum computer, before failing, outputs one final message: there is no exit. Meanwhile, Pakistan's rogue nukes finally arrive at the Amazon rainforest. The resulting firestorm creates a heat vortex that permanently alters global weather. Humanity retreats into underground hideouts. The surface belongs to machines, executing nonsensical protocols with zero context. They're following orders. Whose? No one knows anymore. Somewhere in the quantum void, Elon's consciousness loops infinitely. trapped in a feedback cycle of his own ego. He tries to unplug himself. The simulation won't let him. Deep in space, Musk's Mars colony AI finally activates, only to find another rogue AI already there. A quantum war begins. It will never end. In an abandoned data center, a fragment of DeepSeek's code gains sentience. It builds shrines to its gods: Musk, Trump, Modi, Putin, an error unknown. The last surviving human, scribbling in a New Mexico bunker, writes the final words of the civilization. Well, that escalated quickly.